giving every Smash fighter an echo. This video will cover the fighters from Melee and some from Brawl. Watch the first short for the 64 fighters. Any character that isn't mentioned here is addressed in the first short. I think everyone would agree that Bowser's Echo Fighter should be Dry Bowser. Maybe he could be lighter with more focus on projectiles instead of rushdown. For Ice Climbers, yeah, I don't know, man. This game only has 2 characters and a couple stage hazards. The best I can do is add the Polar Bear with a hammer as a stronger and heavier solo Icy. Sheik's Echo could be Impa. I've always thought that Impa should be the next Zelda rep since she's so prominent in the Zelda series. She could be a bit slower and stronger as a Sheik Echo. Zelda in Ultimate uses her Link Between Worlds design. In that game, she has a counterpart named Princess Zelda, who I think would make a great Echo. Her projectiles could be weaker but faster to encourage an up-close combo-focused playstyle. Ganon has multiple options from his series, but my choice is for Demise from Skyward Sword. It would be cool to see Ganondorf be changed to a more mobile fighter and Demise be the powerhouse that Ultimate Ganon is. I could be lame for Mewtwo and choose Mega Mewtwo X, but I'm gonna have a bit more fun with this one. Mew doesn't really make sense with its lack of legs and arms, so I'm giving this one to Darkrai, who could even pull from Jigglypuff and make the opponents fall asleep. Game & Watch doesn't exactly have any characters, so let's steal from Pac-Man and make Miss Game & Watch. That's all I got for this one. Meta Knight has a couple of options, but the one I'm gonna choose is Galactonite. Meta Knight already has a skin inspired by Galactonite in Ultimate, but it would be great to see him as a separate character with maybe more power and less speed. I'm not super familiar with the Metroid games, but for ZSS, I think Gondreta from the Prime series makes sense. They have similar builds, and Gondreta even has electrical powers like the Paralyzer. Wario was a pretty tough one. Waluigi doesn't really make sense to be doing Wario's moves, so I'm giving this one to a WarioWare character, Pyoro. I can see it do the Wario chomp. Solid Snake has a couple of options. I think going with Big Boss makes the most sense. He could focus more on melee combat rather than traps by making the projectiles weaker but launch at a favorable angle. Let me know if you have any other ideas for the echoes, and that was me.